What's up, everybody? I'm Christian Brindle, and in this video today, I'm going to teach you how to make 2,500 big ones in a single weekend as a Medicare agent. This video is sponsored by none other than Lead Heroes, you guys. Lead Heroes has got you covered when it comes to telemarketed leads and virtual staffing. On the lead side, whether it be Medicare supplement leads, final expense leads, turning 65 leads, they just got something for everybody. They can also actually have you plug in with one of their virtual staff members on the staffing side to where you can pay by the hour for one of their trained and very well vetted staff members to help you out in your business in a virtual assistant format. Just because you watch this video, they're going to give you 10% off any order you make on their website. Link to the site can be found down in the description, so go ahead and check them out. So the first place we need to start, if we're actually going to accomplish this, we're going to dissect this and teach you exactly how you need to do this, is we need to play the numbers game. The numbers game cannot be avoided. So the first thing we need to figure out is how many policies do you have to write over the course of this weekend in order to make $2,500 over the course of the weekend. And we can include Friday in this. Let's say you're taking off Sunday. Let's say you're working Friday. Let's say you're working Saturday. And there's no work being done on Sunday. Let's say you're spending Sunday with your family. So $2,500. Let's be conservative about this. I don't know about you guys, but I would rather be conservative than maybe not so much, because then you're probably going to underestimate what you need to do. I'd rather always overestimate, and maybe I even overestimated what it would take rather than the alternative, okay? So let's say your average commission, let's say you're selling Medicare Advantage. Let's say your average commission ends up being about $300, right? You might run into some true-ups, which is a $573 commission. And for those of you who aren't familiar with what a true-up is a new to Medicare Advantage sale, which you make a much higher commission, okay? Let's say, on the half of that, it's $286.50 a month, okay? So let's just say your average is, we'll even say the average is $350, right? Let's say it's somewhere in the middle, but it's closer to maybe the renewal commission. Well, actually, no, scratch that. I would like us to do $300 to be more conservative, because you have prorations and things like that you have to factor in as well. So we will do $300 on average. That means you have to write 8.3 policies, right? 8.3 new clients and customers on Medicare Advantage plans, okay? So let's just say 9 for the sake of example. Let's say 9. You have to do 4 one day, 5 another day, okay? So this is incredibly doable. And you actually, when you crunch the numbers, what you tend to find out is if you're cross-selling, let's say you're trying to sell a hospital indemnity plan with us, let's say you're doing your health assessments with the application, it actually gets much easier, and you don't even need to do necessarily as much, right? Let's just say your average commission, if you do just a little bit of cross-selling, and if you do your health assessments with the application, what we end up finding out is, let's just say that raises your average commission to $400 an app, right? Then you're looking at 6.25, right? So you're looking at 7, but let's just be conservative. Let's say you forget to do the health assessments, you don't know how to do it, and you don't know how to cross-sell, or you're just too scared to, or whatever the case might be, okay? We will say 9 apps, 9 Medicare Advantage apps, okay? So we know right off the bat that we need 9 new clients for this to actually work, okay? You need 9 new clients, a little bit less if you work smarter, not harder, okay? This is not terribly difficult to do in a couple of days, but what you do need going into the weekend is you need appointments, you need leads, and you need a fairly full and busy couple of days, okay? So I've always told people that a good rule of thumb is, if you are going to sit with a certain amount of people, I think that you should be able to close 50% of your sits, right? Of your sit appointments. Or if you have a scheduled appointment with somebody, I think you can close about 50% of those, assuming they're not referrals, right? Referrals, there's always somebody that comes in the comment section, they're like, I close 90% of my appointments because I work nothing but referrals. I'm not talking to you, okay? I understand that referrals are great, okay? We get a lot of referrals too, probably more than most. And I'm talking about working leads, right? Somebody that is going out there, they're working leads, they're booking their own appointments, and they're going out into the field trying to make $2,500 over the course of the weekend, okay? So what you have to understand is you need to have 18 appointments. If your goal is 9 new clients and you can close 50% of your sales, and some people might say, well, I can close more than 50% of your sales. I don't agree with that. Maybe you can get lucky, but you're gonna run into situations where you can't do anything about it. What do I mean by that? You're gonna run into people that can't change, right? Maybe they're on a Medicare supplement plan and they have a lot of health problems and they can't get off of that Medicare supplement plan, right? Maybe they are in a Medicare Advantage plan and they can't get off of that Medicare Advantage plan because they don't have any kind of special enrollment period that they qualify for, okay? So there's extenuating circumstances that are outside of your control that will prevent you from making sales, even if you're the greatest salesperson in the world. So work with me on the realistic number of a 50% closing ratio of the people you actually sit with. Now, that's not 50% of your actual leads that you close. It's 50% of the people that you sit in person with, or maybe you have an appointment with. If you do over the phone, you get my point, right? 50% of your appointments is what I believe is reasonable to expect to close. So if you need 9 new clients, if that's our goal, how many appointments do we need over the course of these 2 days? Well, you need 18. Now, how many leads do you need in order to do this, okay? And I'm going to tell you exactly what I would do if I was actually trying to do this, okay? How many leads do you need? Well, I've always said that the rule of thumb is this. You should book appointments with maybe 50% of your leads if you're working them properly. Let me repeat that. You should be able to book appointments with 50% of your leads if you are working them properly. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to sell 50% of your leads, but you should be able to get in front of 50% of your leads. What I mean by working them properly is you're calling them 6 to 8 times. You are touching them with email, text message, and other methods other than just calling them, okay? And if you're doing that, and if you're working hard, and if you're hustling, you should be able to book appointments and get in front of 50% of your leads, if not maybe a little bit more. But I think to be conservative, we can assume that you can book appointments and get in front of 50% of your leads. And then you'll close 50% of the people that you actually get in front of, which in my opinion, when you do the math, you end up getting about an average closing ratio of about 20% of your leads, which in my opinion is average for an agent, right? It's if you're closing 20% of your leads, you're doing good, okay? You're having a good return of investment when it comes to those leads, okay? So you have 18 appointments that you need. So if you're going to book appointments with 50% of your leads, right? That would mean you need 36 leads. So you kind of see how this starts to come together, okay? Now, what I would do is I would do a lead drop. Now, direct mail has been hard right now, and I have a video coming out about this very, very shortly, but direct mail is incredibly tough right now to get good pull. So if you're actually just trying to get leads, it doesn't really matter what kind of lead it is, but let's just say you're buying from a vendor, okay? If you're buying from a vendor, and let's say you're paying $25 a lead, right? You can do telemarketed leads, you can do Facebook leads with a vendor that does Facebook leads. This is assuming you just don't have the ability yet to generate your own leads. If you do, perfect. But let's just say, just be conservative, you're spending $25 a lead and you need 36 leads, that's gonna be a $900 payout for you, okay? You're gonna have to spend $900 on said leads. Now, if you have a good script and you follow up with these leads appropriately, what you can do is on a Monday, on a Tuesday, you start working the leads, you work very hard, you work all day, you try to reach them different times of the day. This is training that I've gone over with you guys before, okay? You can book 9 appointments a day, Friday and Saturday. By the numbers, you should be able to do this, okay? And you might get a referral, you might get lucky, something might fall into your lap that allows you to get an appointment that doesn't come from the leads, right? So something always ends up going your way. Sometimes something won't go your way, so it might balance it out. But you're looking at 18 appointments, 9 a day, 9 Friday, 9 Saturday, okay? So if you have 9 appointments, right, each for those 2 days, what you're going to have to be taking into consideration, and this is even more so if you're going to the home, is you have to prioritize your time wisely. So let's say if you started at 9 a.m., and let's say your average appointment was 1 hour, what you would be looking at is you'd get done about 6 o'clock. Now, that being said, it's perfectly realistic that some of your appointments will go longer than an hour. However, some of your appointments are probably going to stand you up and not be there altogether. So it will balance itself out to where I think you could say maybe 7 or 8 o'clock at night you'd be done, right? 9 a.m. to maybe 7 or 8 o'clock at night, realistically, right? I've had plenty of days out in the field in my career where I've had an entire day's worth of appointments and I'm out all day and I'm meeting with a tremendous amount of people. So this is doable, right? This isn't that difficult when you really look at it. Now, you want to be smart when you're booking appointments, especially if you're going out on them. And what I mean by that is you want to book appointments close together. You don't want to book one appointment here and then the next one's an hour and a half away. Like, you have to book them smart together in the same area, right? But if you do this, and let's say you did this every single week, by the numbers, assuming that you are an average salesperson and you have a decent script, a decent approach, and a great work ethic to touch your leads more than most agents will, to get in touch with them, to get in front of them, like I said, 6 to 8 contacts, but touching them with more than just phone calls, you're going to be making $2,500 over the course of the weekend, and you're going to be having a fantastic Sunday with your family. If you did this every week, and this was the model you ran week after week after week after week, what you could expect is $10,000 in new commission every single month from new sales. Okay, $10,000 a month. This is doable. This is possible. You just have to do the math and put the blueprint down, and then you kind of look at it and you're like, hey, I'm spending $900 to get $2,500. Sounds like a pretty good deal to me. Now, like I said, if you can book 18 appointments and you're working smarter, not necessarily harder, and you're doing your health assessments on all your Medicare Advantage sales, you're attempting to cross-sell, right? I think if you're attempting to cross-sell on every appointment, you will trip into some hospital indemnity plans, some dental vision hearing plans, some cancer plans, and that raises your average profitability in the house. You're also helping cover your clients better as well. So that's always good, right? Because they need these kind of products because there are holes left behind. Even if you sell them a good plan, there's just certain things that are unavoidable that you can help fill the hole in some of those things, okay? I would say due to that, and if you're working smarter, not harder, you could maybe even make more than this $2,500 over the course of the weekend if you're booking 18 appointments, okay? Because you're going to make more per sale and more in each house. This is key, okay? This is how you do it, guys. This is the blueprint. So now that you start to kind of see it and you see the numbers, you start to look at it and you're like, okay, this actually makes sense and this is a bit more realistic because you actually see what is required. You guys can do this, and I hope you go out in the next 2 weeks and you run this plan for a week and make $2,500 over the course of the weekend. I've done this several times, and I've actually done this many times over the course of my career, and it works. This is the strategy. This is the method. There's no secret sauce on this, guys. There's no magic formula. But if you do this and you execute, you can do incredibly well in a very short amount of time. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video and you like to see more like that, and you want to see more whiteboard videos, do me a favor, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It helps me know that you like this kind of content, but it also helps more agents just like you who need to hear these videos and need to hear this content find the video easier. I'd appreciate it. Comment your thoughts down below. I'd love to have a dialogue with you. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. Hit the notification bell so you're notified when we upload. We upload 4 to 5 training videos for free a week for insurance agents and Medicare agents. And until next time, guys, hope you found this video helpful. Here's to your success and your abundance. See you at the top. Thanks, guys.